Welcome to part 20 of the Ratchet Clank playthrough. This is the last planet we have to backtrack to for gold bolt hunting, because
Welcome back to this bullshit.
Yeah, essentially, pretty much, yeah. It's the same planet that I had to re-record again, but at least I didn't have to do any of the gold bolt searching during that re-recording time period last week. That was hell. Yeah, this is the last planet we have to do for the backtracking, and then we'll finally be back onto the main course. Great. Alrighty then.
I thought, talking to Josh yesterday, I thought I lost the last parts of the Halo footage.
Oh, what?
I remember that, yeah, because you told him to send him the rest of the Halo footage stuff, and we thought
Halo and Call of Duty footage, and I thought I lost the last parts of it. I had 4, but I knew there was 2 more. There was 5 and 6, and I kept looking, and I'm like, what the fuck are these? Did I lose these? And then I looked somewhere else, and I ended up finding them. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Okay.
Because if I lost them, me and Josh would essentially have to spend it wasn't a lot of missions, but still at least spend a decent amount of time getting back to where we were.
A substantial amount of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost like what happened with this playthrough.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Alrighty then. But yeah, don't forget to send all those videos to me, Cam.
I will.
All right, you can do that.
Once when I actually remember to do it.
Yeah, well, do it after today, and now I have this. Now I'm saying this on air, so we'll see if this happens by the time this uploads.
It's just a little bit of edit. He didn't.
Right.
He in fact did not.
He in fact.
Dude, it's gotta be hard to tell because these things pop out a fucking month later, 6 months later.
Roughly,
so
yeah.
Yeah. So if he hasn't, that's a fucking problem.
I know, right? And the latter half of this game is going to be uploaded in June, so we'll see. Yeah, 5 months, Cameron. The exact amount of time you can hold a job.
It'd be funny if Halo came out after this playthrough, so we already know what the answer is at this point.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
It would.
Yeah. I still got to think about when I want to start with the other games I've been thinking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's at least a few. There's at least a few I still.
Oh my God.
A test run through to see how long it would actually take.
Okay.
I know, Ethan, me and you talked about Splinter Cell.
Yeah, just the other day. Is that a particularly long game, or what was the one that you wanted to do?
I wanted to start with Splinter Cell Conviction because it's the only one I've played so far.
Is that a particularly long game?
So, I have not completed the game. I just started playing it.
Oh, okay.
But from what I looked online, it takes roughly about 7 hours if you're just trying to play through it.
Okay, that's actually standard.
If, I'm not going to 100% the game because I'm not a masochist. Because it takes 17 hours to 100% the game.
Oh, whoa, okay.
So, but playing through the game normally it's 7.5 hours, I believe.
Okay.
But I'm actually going to try to complete the game first before I actually try any.
Yeah, that's the smart thing to do.
Testing of it.
That's a smart thing to do. Because Josh is I'm just gonna record my very first playthrough through Metroid Dread. Oh wait, this game is hard. I can't do that.
No, I do it. I fucking do it. Mostly because I don't give a fuck. I'm okay.
I'm glad I did a test playthrough before actually recording it, because I have gotten stuck on 2 occasions, and both times I got stuck, I had to shoot a random piece of fucking floor or wall that I didn't know I was supposed to shoot.
Oh, go! It's the
Splinter Cell.
It's the David Jafe moment.
With Splinter Cell, I got stuck because the controls are so fucking weird. The shoot button doesn't if you press the shoot button, it doesn't always shoot. like before you shoot, you have to hold down the trigger to aim.
Yeah.
Like the other trigger, like the left trigger to aim, but it won't always aim.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just how that game is.
Okay, odd.
It's really freaking weird, but I've started to get used to it.
Okay.
Yeah, some games have like their own unique control scheme, and you have to get used to that specifically.
Yeah.
Because I have my settings set differently than I think what the actual game has it.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
my natural instinct is to always press left trigger to aim, but it's not that. It's set as it kind of does the Halo thing where it's the button where it's like you click down on the thumbstick.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what it is for me. So I'm always so used to pressing the trigger, which I think that's actually the cover button for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like set games have their own like kind of unique control scheme. More are similar than others, but when there are some like some of those I don't want to say niche, but different from the mainstream, I suppose. They always seem to have like an odd setup with the control scheme. I can't think of one off the top of my head though. I guess a niche game Mirror's Edge, actually, because mainly in other games like all games usually have the jump button be on the face buttons, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but Mirror's Edge has the jump buttons be like on the bumpers and triggers.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the bumpers jump and like the trigger is the crouch and like slide button.
Yeah, that's something that you're gonna have to get used to with that game because that is not commonplace at all. Like I get why they did it. Like for first-person games more broadly, the bumpers and triggers are the primary buttons that you'd use, and the face buttons would be secondary buttons for that type of genre. So it actually makes sense as why they did it. It's just something that the player has to get used to.
Yeah.
Like this game, like the primary buttons are the face buttons because you're going to be using them more often than the even the shoot button is on the circle button. It's on the shoot button's on a face button. So yeah.
I feel like it also depends on like how many games you played in like your lifetime.
Yeah.
Because if you haven't played that many, I feel like you would more easily get used to these control schemes. Like instead of someone who's played like a bunch of shooters.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, that's the thing because it's muscle memory. That's why.
Because you're really used to like having like left trigger be your aim and right trigger be your shoot.
Right. Yeah. Oh, there's some freaking game that I just played recently that I had so much trouble getting accustomed to the controls. Oh, I forgot what it was. Oh, you know what? It might have been Metroid Dread. Josh, you've gotten the Phantom Cloak, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I was not a fan of it being on the right analog stick.
That is a little. It is a little awkward, I will say, having to push down on the stick to activate that.
Yeah, I did not like that. I didn't like that at all. It felt so. It felt so weird. Yeah.
It also took me like a full minute to realize I had to push down on the left stick to activate the speed booster instead of activating it automatically.
Yeah, that one did take some getting used to, like, as well. Well, it kind of makes sense though, because like it was like Fusion and Zero Mission, right? That had the speed booster go automatically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Super Metroid had an actual run button, so you had to hold that to do the speed booster.
Okay.
So yeah, I should have thought of that, but it was like an actual button, not an analog clicking, because Super Metroid didn't have an analog. Okay. There's no analog stick on the Super Nintendo, so that's why. So yeah, that one actually makes sense because like clicking on the left stick is like the left stick is your movement stick, and the speed booster is essentially a movement technique. Nice cloning disguise there. Yeah, so that one makes
Yeah,
sense.
with me.
And also, another analog clicking thing that I think is natural is like, you were saying it earlier, Cam, like zooming / aiming is done on the right stick.
Yeah.
With some games, yeah. That one actually makes sense, at least to me, because you know, the right stick is the camera button, and if you click it, oh look, you zoom in with the camera.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I feel like it's so weird when a game does something. Maybe it's unconventional, maybe it's not. I don't know. I just don't like it when like crouching is on the right stick. I can understand the left stick, but the right stick, no.
Yeah.
Or even melee attacks. Doesn't Call of Duty have like the melee attack be the right stick?
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah.
That's so weird to me.
No, not to me. Yeah, again,
Not
me
to
and
me.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, again. Me and
Something
Karen
else
played Call of
kind of
Duty.
used to.
Okay. I can imagine like a bumper or a face button, but not the stick clicking.
Well, it's because every other button is kind of already being used up
Yeah.
as well. Because I think right bumper is grenade, your left bumper is tactical, left trigger is aim down sights, right triggers shoots, X is interaction, Y is switching weapons, B
is crouch, A is
B is
jump.
crouching, A is jump.
Okay.
So every other button's already being like used up. And then clicking on left stick is running. So
Yeah, that one makes sense though.
yeah, so like where else would they fucking put it?
Well, they could have swapped the aiming and the melee thing to be, because that's how Halo works, doesn't it? Or am I
Yeah,
thinking
well not
something
anymore.
different? Not anymore.
No, Infinite put it on left stick, left trigger.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can change the controls, but by default, I'm pretty sure, zooming in is like the left trigger.
Okay. That's still so weird to me.
Well, again, like that's just how things are with like first-person shooters. It's
It's also kind of funny because like like you said, it was natural to have like stuff like sprints, like clicking on the left stick
Yeah.
or whatever. In like Halo Reach, sprinting isn't something that you can just kind of do.
Oh,
whenever you
yeah.
want. It's like a
Yeah.
technique. So sprinting is like a bumper button if you have that. It's like
Oh, really?
it's like an augment or some shit.
it's like an armor power or something like that.
Yeah.
Odd.
Yeah, I don't know why sprinting was like a power up in Halo Reach, but it was.
Is that the only Halo game to do it like that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's odd.
You just want to be different. It's still a fun game though.
Oh yeah.
It definitely
It's still a good
looks
game.
like it.
just
Yeah.
It's like we always kind of keep saying, it's just kind of getting used to it.
Especially that forklift part.
The forklift is the best vehicle in that game.
It is in fact me and Josh were using it for diabolical things.
Diabolical things. I like the phraseology of that. Oh man.
There's a pretty easy like glitch you can do in one of the levels with the forklift actually that just like skips the end of the level.
Really?
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't remember that.
Did I not show you that?
I don't think you did.
Well, yeah. There's like a bit at the end. You have to do like a firefight. You're like fighting a bunch of enemies, and this like big door opens to go to like the ending part of the game, pretty much. But if you position the forklift like specifically in a way, you can like it'll be in a way so like you can like when you get out of the forklift, you'll just clip through the door, and you can just skip that entirely.
Huh. Interesting.
I mean, there's glitches for like every game. That's what has speedrunners speedrun, fucking exploiting glitches. So.
Yeah, Mario 64 speedruns be like,
Yeah.
I know.
But it's so weird because some of them are so fucking picture perfect.
A sister.
When you actually see them, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, especially some of them that need like freaking precise analog positioning. With the
Yeah,
left
I will never figure out how anybody is able to figure out like really complicated glitches that require like 20 steps to execute.
Yeah, I will never understand that.
You
either.
have to admire your fucking dedication to find this shit.
To actually try and find this shit. That's the thing. Yeah. Because like I'm pretty sure like some of us have encountered glitches just by pure accident, right?
Yeah.
In some games, yeah.
Yeah.
Unintended glitches, but glitches nonetheless.
Glitches nonetheless, yeah. Freaking when I was playing Far Cry 4, like a mission like not even halfway through, but a little halfway through. Just the mission never loaded, and so I had to start the entire game over again. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that deep into the game, but I still had to do that nonetheless.
That kind of reminds me of like a bug that a lot of people had in Cyberpunk 2077, where there was like a main story mission that you had to do that would just like you just wouldn't be able to finish it, and it was really late into the game, so you just couldn't finish it because of that was.
Oh my god!
It was really, and like the only way to fix that would just to like start the game over and hope it doesn't happen again.
No.
Oh fuck! Did they fix it or no?
I think they did. I'm not sure. I never really kept track of like bug fixes and changes with Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, like that was like one of the most hyped up games ever, and then it just ended up being a big disappointment.
Yeah, they're like there were people
massive disappointment.
There were people who were mad excited for it.
I mean, like it looked cool, and the idea of it was really cool, but like it just didn't have enough time to be developed to actually make it work.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like they're like the first time they're like we got delayed, everyone's like, okay, we understand. This is like a big project. Second time, people get antsy. The third time, people like fuck.
Yeah, like after a while, people were going like, "What the hell's going on?" And then it came out, and we're just like, "Oh, this game's garbage."
This game sucks.
Oh no, I see it now. Oh no. Oh man.
But it's bad.
Yeah, it's a bad game. That's a no. Yeah. Oh, that was a short part. Okay.
Yeah. It was 17 minutes.
Yeah, I must have cut it short.
Yeah.
I think we'll get a sandwich.
That's a mercy killing.